So today we will discuss about the short-term regulation of arterial blood pressure, in which the blood pressure is regulated by the nervous system. So to understand this very simply, let's suppose that this is our heart and this is aorta, this is our carotid artery and this is the carotid sinus and this is our systemic circulation. So what really happens when the blood pressure rises? The blood flow in the arterial system will rise, then it will lead to stretching of walls of arterial system. At the carotid sinus, a special type of sensors are present which are known as the baroreceptors, which senses the change in pressure. They get stimulated when the pressure rises and an axial potential generates. These action potentials or the signals goes to the special type of nuclei, the tractus solitarius, which is present in the medulla through the carotid branches of glossopharyngeal nerve, and the signals from the baroreceptors of aorta goes to the same nuclei through the nerve vagus. Then what happens? The tractus solitarius stimulates another nucleus which is known as the cardio-inhibitory center. This nucleus sends the signals to the vagal nuclei, then the signals inhibit the SA node through the branches of right vagus nerve, and the signals also inhibit the AV node through the branches of left vagus nerve. Then what happens? The contractility of the heart decreases, then the blood pressure fall. This tractus solitarius inhibits the other nucleus which is known as the cardio accelerator. In normal condition, what happens? The signals from this nucleus through the descending fibers of spinal cord goes to the lateral horn and go to the sympathetic ganglion, from where the signals through the, but when the tractus solitarius inhibits the cardio accelerator, it cannot induce the SA node, so the blood pressure falls. This tractus solitarius also inhibits the vasomotor center, which in normal condition sends the sympathetic outflow to the venous side and to the arterial side and also to the adrenal medulla. But when the vasomotor center is inhibited, then it cannot send sympathetic outflow, so the noradrenaline on both venous side and arterial side decreases and it lead to vasodilatation, which lead to fall in BP. This decrease in sympathetic outflow also lead to decreased secretion of renin by kidney. And in contrast to this, when the blood pressure falls, the stretching of arterial wall at the carotid sinus and at the aorta become less than the normal. So the baroreceptors is less activated than in the normal condition. So they will send the less signals to the tractus solitarius than in the normal condition. So the opposite condition occurs, and the tractus solitarius will inhibit the cardio inhibitory center and will induce the cardio accelerator and vasomotor center. So it will lead to rise in the blood pressure. So now we have understood that how the parasympathetic system reduces the blood pressure and how the sympathetic system increases the blood pressure. In the next video, we will discuss about the long-term regulation of the arterial blood pressure. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please do subscribe our channel Simply Medics for more such videos and press the bell icon to get notification of the new videos, and also like, comment and share.